Woot woot! You finally get that email that the company is excited to bring you in for a phone, video, or in-person interview. You're jumping with excitement that you've made it to this stage of your job search, but hold up. Before you step into that interview, it's really important for you to understand the psychology behind your job search. After all, your interviewer is human, and humans are proven to be biased creatures when making hiring decisions. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the top recruiting biases you should be aware of and how to combat every single one of them. Hi, I'm Emily Liu, career coach and job search expert over at cultivate.com. For the freshest career advice, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Thursday. Now, let's talk about recruiting biases because despite all efforts to be fair to candidates, studies show that bias is unfortunately inevitable. When preparing for interviews with my clients, I make sure that they know one of the biggest questions that is being assessed during the entire interview process, which is, will we enjoy working with you? Arguably, this question probably ranks higher than, do you have the skills to do the job? By the end of this video, you'll know how to ensure that you're answering, will we enjoy working with you, as a resounding yes, so that you can snag that dream offer. Let's review the 3 types of recruiting biases that you will need to overcome. The first is similarity bias. As humans, we're used to being part of a tribe or a pack. We tend to get excited when we hear people have common backgrounds or similar interests as us. And that's why you may have heard effective networking begins from tapping into your alumni network or your sorority or your fraternity. Bottom line, people tend to trust people who share similarities more than differences. True story, I once had a hiring manager say to me, I don't need to know anymore. This guy went to Boston University and that's enough for me to work with him. Because this is a common bias in making hiring decisions, you can use this knowledge to your advantage by conducting research on your interviewer in advance. Do you have any commonalities? Do you used to work at the same company? Make sure to sprinkle or make note of it during some point in your interview. It can help build an instant level of rapport. The second bias you might encounter is what we call the confirmation bias. Unfortunately, as humans, we also tend to judge because we have accumulated a ton of experiences over time that shape our perception of people and the world around us. While employers try their best to remain objective and neutral, they sometimes make snap judgments and form an instant opinion. Here's an example. Perhaps from your resume, you look like a job hopper. That hiring manager might automatically assume you're a high risk. The interviewer may start to seek out evidence to prove their opinion is accurate. Questions about your work history and your reasons for leaving each position might start to surface as they try to look for proof that you're unloyal. During this interview prep process, make sure that you're conducting a thorough assessment of your background with an open mind so you can start to become aware around any potential biases. It's your job to come prepared with a positive takeaway to any perceived negatives or weaknesses in your background. On top of that, the best way to combat confirmation bias is to have someone that the interviewer already trusts to vouch for you. Whether you know someone in the company or a friend refers you in, you'll automatically reduce any negative perceptions when the hiring manager can hear from someone that they already trust that, hey, you'll be an amazing contribution to the team. All right. Let's move to the final bias, which is the ambiguity effect. Most people are afraid of the unknown. They would rather go with something mediocre if it's safe than a potential rock star with a question mark. Every person is equipped with a safety instinct that helps us mitigate losses or risks. One of the best ways to mitigate any risks of the unknown is to have strong recommendations written on your LinkedIn profile, build internal ambassadors who can vouch for you, and make sure that you, in general, leave a positive impression from your personal brand all the way to every single communication throughout the interview process. While your results will still be an unknown to the company until you're hired, you can at least prove that you're a reliable, positive, passionate, detail-oriented, organized, and enjoyable person. Now it's your turn. Comment below and share what biases you have the most difficult time overcoming. Now, to sum this all up, while companies are starting to implement AI and technology to remove bias from the interview process, it unfortunately won't go away anytime soon, so long as humans are involved in the decision-making process, which is in selecting candidates to be interviewed and in interviews themselves. But as a savvy interviewer, you'll now anticipate these 3 biases and actually turn them into your advantages. If you need support with your job search and creating a strong personal brand and internal ambassadors at your target dream companies, I've linked my free strategy call scheduler in the description box below. And if you're serious about your career and you want to join a community of like-minded, ambitious corporate professionals just like you, I have a secret Facebook group which I've also linked down below in the description box. Please let me know that you found this video helpful by liking, commenting, subscribing, and/or sharing it with your network. Until next time, here's to waking up happy on Mondays.